Overall, pretty dumb. Like, hats off to them. Honestly. Would you give it another go? And just kind of get set in how it looks overall. Yeah, they have. There's already people finding outbounds and glitches. There's a glitch in the prologue. Not a glitch. There's a skip in the prologue where you can skip some of the talking part if you wiggle off the cliff. People are working hard on this game already, Alan. 5:28 is current world record for the run.
Go home. How are you okay with this?
That's the beauty of orders.
Alan, can we get a shout out for Sancho, please? He is starting his new challenge today, which is Dark Souls. He's learning to speedrun that.
You realize the mercenaries I fought at the airfield were not 009's men.
He's looking to learn the glitchless Dark Souls 1. Thank you for that, mate. Appreciate that. Let's show a little bit of love and support over there, please. I appreciate every single one of you, but if you haven't got the resources, tab 2, feel free to go over there and support. If you want to stick around here and you want to say hi over there, then that's fine. But, you know, do the thing.
Blow off some steam. This is me.
It is day 1 of 30, I believe, because he's I think he's doing it for the month.
Things will look better in the morning.
In other words, just do nothing.
More has been asked of lesser men.
I know you do, mate. I know you do. So, Alan, do you remember what time we got for Uninvited yesterday? I should have checked that, actually.
Know what a pub sounds like, James.
Because it was nowhere near that time, was it?
I'm on my way to one right now. Got a date?
We're going out. We just put 3 agents in the ground.
That doesn't give you permission to stop living.
Em's making a mistake. She needs to issue a full-scale mole hunt, top to bottom.
Yeah, I thought so. Substantially longer as well. Not even just a little bit. That was substantially.
MI6 aren't idiots.
Appreciate that. I'm just curious.
Came along.
You sound like Greenway.
Just go home. Go for a run. Shake it off. Tomorrow's a new day.
But no, I'm generally quite invested in this run. I like the idea of it. Yes, it's a longer one, but I enjoy the game. And I don't get phased by just retrying things, you know me.
To whom it may concern, they're gone because of my mistakes. I could have stopped it, but I failed. It should have been me. James Bond. Well, this can't be good. By.
Took you long enough. Did the little runt give you a run for your money? You! Who do you work for? You know about Mauritania? One lump. Is there a mole at MI6? Get onto the balcony.
Okay. So based on the fact of that one was full of restarts anyway, we have more time to save there substantially. I probably split the wrong point as well, actually. It's all good, mate. It's all good. No, I don't expect you to. But no, my splits are a bit scuffed because I don't know exactly when chapters end.
I'm gonna be climbing that thing, aren't I?
Okay, that makes more sense.
Faster, James. Faster. Try and hit me now. Come on.
It's annoying.
Qualifies as an emergency.
Like, just tell me where the chapters finish, start and end, just so I know.
At the apartment.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
I need you to trace a text.
What? I can't. I'm on a date. And you're suspended.
Well, 45 minutes, and that was long. This one wasn't great because I still had a lot of restarts on checkpoints. That's not even a question. I had a lot of restart checkpoints in this.
Trail. We'll never know who they're working for. Please, Moneypenny.
What kind of phone?
Are you sure this is the place?
An hour in bloody traffic, a room full of half-drunk...
Rather a lot of security for an office party, isn't
Sir?
it?
Well, this is strictly an invitation-only event. Credit where credit is due.
It's invitation only.
Now, who has my invitation? Oh, left her with... Oh, left her with my +1. Back in a moment.
Pardon me?
Get you something, sir?
My mistake. Didn't see you there.
Enough, thanks.
I need another blue somewhere.
Completely drowned me, the blonde buffoon.
I am incredibly sorry, sir.
He'd been the phone.
Dear, let's get a spot up close for the big speech.
So we can bask in the warm glow of Syndicus' ego.
That was on me.
Oh, pardon me.
Hmm.
Hey, back home. Just waiting on a journalist who's running late and holding me up. That stings!
Can't see!
No, 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 no.
Any pushback from museum security?
Nothing we can't handle.
Sir, this area's off limits.
MI6. We have a potential security threat. I need access to the CCTV feed, and I need it now.
Right. Sure you are. Listen, son. My name is Simon, and Simon says, go back to the gala, have yourself a glass of bubbles, and try not to worry that pretty little head of yours. We've got everything under control here tonight.
You need to listen to me.
Feet or head first. You choose.
All talk you bold it, prick.
How's it look down there?
CCTV room is through here.
The party looks like it's in full swing. You?
Stragglers hanging around reception and the cloak. Overall, everything looks good from our understanding.
Reckon we could slip down there and grab ourselves a few of those canapes before anyone notices that we're gone?
Yeah, I say when the big man's speech kicks off, why the hell
Oh,
not?
come on. That's a real word.
No sign of Sir Nicholas yet.
Again.
Big night.
Huh? Excuse me, where are you trying to go?
He caught me before I could do it. Unfortunate. We're gonna get those. We're gonna have a few.
How's it look down there?
CCTV room is through here.
The party looks like it's in full swing. You?
Stragglers hanging around reception and the cloak. Overall,
No. Oh, you bastard.
Reckon we could slip down there and grab ourselves a few of those canapes before anyone notices that we're gone?
What?
yeah, I say when the big man's speech kicks off, why the hell not?
Oh, come on. Who's there?
No sign of Sir Nicholas yet. Big night like this.
Huh?
Oh, come on.
Is that?
Bingo.
That way again. Just take a beat and think, Daz.
Yeah, don't mind me, Simon. Brought my own key.
Now,
Money penny.
Wash.
At the terminal.
Hang on.
Yeah, I can't get it first. Okay.
Quiet.
Bollocks, I don't have the password.
People are lazy. They probably put it on a post-it note. Have a look around.
All right, sit tight. People really should be more careful. Found it.
What did I tell you? Now, patch me in.
Logging in now. There. I'm in.
Okay, pulling the footage. Here's your man.
So much for 2 birds, 1 stone. You have a location?
Basement archives. Not the worst place to lay low.
Right, let's go.
Ambush.
Not tonight. I'm headed there now.
Come on. Stop taking a smelling test.
Control, we just had a couple of drunk guests wandering in the archive.
What?
Doors, please.
Hiding in the dark, Murto.
Oh no. Didn't leave myself enough for that.
Well, this all looks very expensive. Let's not touch anything. Basil from accounting will have my head. Huh. If only it was this easy all the time. Well, this all looks rather ominous.
Coming for you.
Brother felt that one too.
I was gonna say yes, but I got a word from Sancho to say he's working Thursday, Friday, so I'm not entirely sure yet. There may well be though, dude. Fuck, too early.
Even his brother felt that one.
Not again.
Time to put him down.
Well, what are you thinking, mate? What's up?
Moneypenny, it's Webb. The Murtaugh are working for Nicholas Bloody Webb. He's behind everything.
James, that's just not...
I know what I heard. I need to...
All right, how about this? Next week then.
Already tried.
We'll postpone it till next week. How's that?
James, we are in over our heads. We need to inform M.
No time. I'm going after him. Make him call off the attack.
Are you out of your...
I got you both.
Nicholas Webb is one of the most powerful men in Britain. Let's think this through.
What about Murtaugh's earpiece? If I patch you in, can you trace the second...
Does this look cleaner already, Alan, or not?
It does look like it's transmitting a geolocation signal to a device inside the building.
It has to be Webb. He commands the assassins. Tell me you can hack it.
From a bathroom stall at the night errand.
Why are we not running anyway?
But I can use your watch as a data extraction tool. You just get close to Webb and I'll handle the rest. I only need a few minutes to update the software.
Museum door inspector. This one didn't pass. Apologies. Unintentional. Where are you, Webb?
Wait, do you not? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Alright, got a bit of dead time here. This is what I thought I'd like about this game, is the aspect of how breaking down the levels and just applying the bits of stealth and non-stealth. Alright, we'll postpone it till next Thursday. I'll let Sofa and Sancho know.
To look ahead.
I got a 3456, which is just garbage. That was with a lot of restarts in it. We're just running it back a little bit. We had one restart when trying to get the key before going to the CCTV room, because he saw me just before I darted the thing behind him. It's okay. I'm not going to be as clean as what you do, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The thought is there, the process is there. I generally recall what I'm doing. There's just execution yet to be refined. It is. I realised that because so when you got to the room with the lights and that, I was rushing too far ahead, but obviously I noticed that you take a step to wait for him to get there, then zap and then run across.
What happened? I think he just collapsed. Security!
So can't turn the lights off, mate. Can't turn the lights off, mate. That's ludicrous. Which ones? Talk to me, Alan. Which ones? Alan, if you are interested, you are enjoying watching this as well, and Wicked, go ahead and follow Zen. Current world record holder for the full game. Is putting a lot of work in along Zensi, who is also a very decent, very decent runner. I've seen his name across Pragmars and other things.
This is going to be the end of a very short career. Never accept a drink from a stranger. I guess they didn't teach you that in that little spy school of yours. One for the road. What?
I don't matter, mate. Take the credit where credit's due, mate. Alan, you didn't have to, but I appreciate it as always.
Alanx invited Zenksa to the family. Alanx gifted a tier 1 sub to Zenksalon. They have given 184 gift subs in the channel.
You really are spectacularly annoying.
Appreciate the support as always, Alan. Appreciate looking out for the gang. I know, right? You crazy mofo.
Anything else you'd like to get off your chest?
Have you told Nico about his brother's untimely end? I do hope he doesn't shoot the messenger.
I'd just be grateful that I don't have his patience or his anatomical know-how. James, are we just about done here?
Absolute machine, Alan.
Getting flat.
MI6 has the place surrounded.
I know you. I know, mate.
Every word you
We know that. All I can say, folks, is I really do want to emphasize supporting Sancho in his most recent thing. All right, and it goes for everybody as well, and the stuff they do. I always love the support from all of you, but you know, for me, I'm going to turn around and say to you, support where else you can as well. You know, even just having it time, just pop it in, saying a few words here and there is it matters more than people think. Because especially when people like yourself, Alan, like Sel, like me, like Sancho, you know, when the amount of effort you put into stuff and the work you put into it. Yes, we don't expect it to where it's like, oh, we're gonna get the right numbers for it because I've planned this big thing. But it's nice to have a turnout, at least, you know, just some audience there to go and chit chat along with it. Like at the moment, he's learning Dark Souls, and Dark Souls is a great game. But he's looking to learn the run for the first one.
Figured as much.
I've got him tapped at the moment, and it's intriguing to watch. Obviously, he's on a break at the moment, but you know.
3 months.
Oh, he's doing Dark Souls 1 at the moment.
And you managed to waste it in all of 30 seconds.
This soundtrack's a banger, though.
Also locked.
To be expected.
No way out.
Didn't pig you for a quitter.
So what do I call?
But yeah, I want to get back to the point of emphasizing the NE percenters is all about building everybody else up as well. You know, we're getting more and more people in. I want to see more of that.
Window it is then.
What are you?
Waiting for you.
Any percenters?
Be a gentleman.
Exactly.
Don't know. Huh?
Oh. Oh, nice.
Not bad, James. Not bad at all.
Kick.
I got it wrong. It isn't Sir Nicholas controlling the kill team. It's his lunatic.
I love these delayed height trains.
Tell me your plan worked. My trigger happened last night. I need a way out of the museum.
8 days sick pay. My company have set me up to get 15 pot. Oh, nice. Oh, so you're balling, mate. You're balling. I love to hear it, mate.
Oh, it's bring your gun to work day. I must have missed the memo. The balcony on the other side's my way out.
Then I would, seeing as how this is all thingy for you, I'd recommend doing tutorials, mate. Emphasize the work that you're putting in along with Sensi and that, honestly. I mean, I don't know how much content creation matters to you, like if it's just like the odd little hobby here and there, or if it's something you actually, yeah, just press Y, mate. You're actually looking to build on, I don't know, mate. Just offering input, I guess.
Not to alarm you, but an armed unit's just arrived from Webin.
It's a good thing to do.
I must have made an impression. Any advice?
Play nice.
Always. Hopefully this is a good time to drop in.
Ground and first floor exits secure. Watch your backs, keep your eye out for anyone suspicious. FYI, Saunders and White have north exit key cards, if anyone's looking.
I'll be needing that key card. Hey. North exit. That's my way out.
I've got a body. In the courtyard. See if they're okay. Stop where you are!
I'm with HQ. Has Damien come through here? One of his guys is dead. Just found the body in the basement.
Shit, that's not good.
Huh? My eyes! Oh, knocked out clean.
Did I even get it? I did.
Excuse me, sir. Identify yourself.
I'm with HQ. Has Damien come through here? One of his guys is dead. Just found
I keep getting caught there, but
Shit, that's not good.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Check the exit. Checked and double checked.
could be worse.
Great. If anyone tries
The recreation project uses an advanced
Evening.
neural network algorithm to recreate damaged or incomplete historical artifacts with unprecedented accuracy. The algorithm analyzes the molecular structure of the artifact and...
Listen up. Tango 1 is a white male, mid-20s, dark hair, medium build.
Damien's dogs, I presume.
Taking lead,
corridor.
moving in. Clearing right side. How did they do that?
Squad is in position.
time to go.
Okay.
Thank you for your visit. We hope to see you again.
Somehow I doubt that.
James, I have the coordinates.
I love the movie strats.
Moneypenny, you're a lifesaver.
There's something just.
Where's your date?
Anywhere but here is where.
I mean, okay, so I'm gonna use your phrase in it, Alan. You love games with like, you know, heavier flow. This game literally sinks into that. Once you have that rhythm and the rhyme to it.
James, what's happening? Is that shooting? Are you alright?
I'll let you know in a minute.
Jesus Christ!
Not quite. Keys, where are they?
In the cab!
Thanks.
It sticks in seconds!
Don't worry. I'll take good care of her.
I see you.
Those stick in seconds. Looks a bit tight. Now, where were we?
I'll do it based on there.
Quite the stash you got here, Greenway.
I asked Q to make a dead drop earlier.
I don't know, like, if that's remotely any sort of okay time, but it's an improvement. We saved 7 minutes just by doing it a little bit cleaner. We had one restart in there with that. I'm sure that's not true. I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm pretty sure that's not true.